The power of asking for help, a life-changing story. Sometimes we think asking for help makes us weak, but in reality, refusing help can be the biggest obstacle to our dreams. Today's story is about David, a young man who learned this lesson the hard way. David was a 23-year-old carpenter living in a small village. He inherited the craft from his late father and ran a tiny shop, but life wasn't easy. The roof leaked, his tools were old, and most customers bargained so much that David barely made enough for food and firewood. Still, he dreamed big. Sitting by his little window at night, he would imagine owning a grand furniture store where people traveled miles just to buy his work. Villagers often mocked him. One farmer sneered, "David, you can't even afford good wood, and you dream of a big shop." Those words hurt, but David never let them kill his dream. One winter morning, a well-known merchant, Mr. Aziz, came to David's shop. He ordered a large dining table and gave him 1 week to complete it. For David, this was his biggest chance yet. But 3 days into the project, he ran out of wood. Prices had doubled due to winter demand. He couldn't afford enough to finish the table. He tried borrowing money, but people laughed at him. That night, sitting in his dim shop, David wondered if chasing this dream was foolish. Then he remembered his mother's words. Every big thing starts with a small step. Don't give up, no matter how hard it gets. The next day, David took a bold risk. He carried some folding chairs he had made and went to the city market to sell them. At first, nobody noticed. But around noon, a wealthy woman stopped, admired his craftsmanship, and bought everything. With that money, David bought more wood and finished Mr. Aziz's table on time. The merchant was thrilled and told him, "Never give up on your dream." Soon, David's name spread beyond the village. Orders began pouring in. Then came the biggest opportunity of his life. A city businessman ordered 10 dining tables in just 1 month. The money was huge, but the challenge seemed impossible. David said yes. He sold his father's gold watch, his most precious memory, just to buy the finest wood. Day and night, he worked non-stop. His hands cracked, his eyes burned, but he refused to rest. Villagers warned, "David, you'll get sick," but he kept pushing. One evening, after yet another table broke because of faulty wood, David sat in despair. His mother walked in and softly said, "Son, you've proven your hard work, but if you try to carry everything alone, you'll break. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom." Her words struck his heart. For the first time, David asked the villagers for support, and to his surprise, they all came. Together, they completed the order on time. The businessman was impressed and paid him generously. David expanded his shop, bought better tools, and even hired other young men from the village. But more than money or success, David gained something far greater. He realized that true strength doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means knowing when to ask for help. So remember this: dreams are achieved not just through hard work, but through wisdom, balance, and the courage to lean on others.